the under 23 men's cross-country Olympic fun race, and now it's time for the elite women.
Yes, and what a lineup we have, Marcus. It's some of the greatest women's mountain bike riders here on this start list. We have, amongst others, Yolanda Neff, who has been, although she's still young, she's been dominating first women under 23 and now a couple of years been dominating the women elite category.
Yes, and we have Jana Belomoina, also young from Ukraine.
Yes, and Belomoina, even as you said, she's young, but she already got some championship medals on her shelves there back home in Ukraine.
Yes, and then we have one of the most decorated riders in women's elite mountain biking, Gunrita Dale Fleshaw.
Yes, and probably the best female mountain bike rider we ever seen. Gunrita Dale, she's the 4th time World XCO champion, 6th time European XCO champion, 1-time Olympic champion and 4-time World Cup winner. What about that? It's super impressive palamares there for Gunrita Dale.
Yes, and 43 years right now. She's out here to fight out with the young guns.
Yes, and stronger than ever. She has been doing some really good racing this pre-season, coming up to this European Championships here in Huskvarna. And she's giving it all to take another European gold medal, of course, but also going to Rio to take her 2nd Olympic gold medal.
Yes, and from Denmark we have Annika Langvad, also a very exciting rider right now.
Yes, Annika, she's a really good climber. I talked to the Swedish national coach a couple of days ago, and he told us to keep an eye on Annika with a count on her climbing skills, and of course with a count on that she was the first rider in the World Cup opening in Cairns.
Yes, and from Poland we have Maja Wlosowska.
Another real experienced rider from Poland. She was 6th in the last year's World Championship, and early in her career she has a silver medal from the Olympics game in Beijing, a gold medal from the cross-country World Championship 2010, and a couple of other medals from World Championship and European Championships.
Yes, and from Germany we have Sabine Spitz.
Sabine Spitz. When we talk about experienced rider, you have to mention Sabine Spitz, of course. Been riding for even longer than Gunrita Dale. Sabine Spitz, 44 years young, I have to say. Still a really strong rider. Her best moment so far in his career it was the Olympic gold in the Beijing 2008, and she's also won the World Cup and have a couple of medals from the World Championships and European Championships also, of course.
Yes, and as we can see here, the elite women lining up with some umbrella holders. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a extremely good startup right here. Extremely good women. We have the top 5 women right now ranked in the world.
Yes. And here we also have a couple of Swedish riders. You have to mention Alexandra Engen. Alexandra has done a comeback this year after a rough couple of years, and you see her beside the national coach from Sweden with the blue umbrella, Alexandra Engen. Like many other Swedish riders have grown up on this mountain. She's from Bankeryd, just a couple of minutes outside of Huskvarna in Jönköping, and she's riding for Jönköping Cycle Club, one of the organizing clubs. Alexandra have got a lot of good results from earlier in European Championships, and I even think she has a gold medal from Women Under 23 Championship, European.
Yes, and then we also have the world champion here today.
Yes, we almost forgot to mention Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. She has been riding a lot of road racing on the pre-season, and didn't have the best day on the cross-country relay, losing over a minute on one lap to Yolanda Neff, but you can't forget Pauline.
No, we're guessing she had some kind of technical losing that much time on just that one lap. But what we can see here in the start list too is that we really can't tell which country will have the gold today.
It's easy to say Yolanda Neff because she has been dominating and she's such a good rider, but there are a lot in contention for this. Gunita Dale, Annika Langvan, Belomina, Wojcicka, Spitz. It's going to be a tough race.
Definitely, and what we saw here from the previous races on this course, when the riders do a couple of laps here, is that you have to do a really good start.
Yes, as important as ever. We saw Simon Andreasen having trouble in the start and then never had the possibility to follow the French guys in the men under 23.
Yeah, exactly, and if you're well positioned after the start here going down the hills, there are 3 major climbs that will really create big time differences.
Yeah, we have seen that it sorted out the field. Already in the first lap we have seen big gaps between the riders, and I guess we will see the same here in the women's race.
Yes, very exciting now as the team managers are leaving the start field here.
Leaving the start field. You can see the women that they try to take a couple of positions already before the start is off, so they have to be back on their positions.
Exactly, they start in rows of 8 riders after positioned after the rankings.
Yes, we have 41 ladies on the start line, and we will soon be off in this race. 15 seconds, 6 laps, and 1 start loop. And then they're off. Oh, I'm so excited. This is a highlight to have these riders on this mountain.
And Yolanda Neff is first to take the right-hand turn there.
Yes, no problems in the start, no crashes, no technicals. Looking safe. So now they are out on the start loop. We have it's a wide start loop, good opportunities to pass and overtake other riders before hitting the first single tracks.
That's right, and the start loop goes around the Moose Lake before they're back at the arena, and we will see them as they head out on the first lap.
Yes, the start loop is about 2 minutes, so in about 1 minute or 40-50 seconds they will be on the finish straight, going out on the first lap of 6.
Yeah, we can see in the reflection there in the Moose Lake that they are on the other side.
Yeah. Still, of course, all together so far. Yolanda used to be is a strong starter, so I will put my money that Yolanda will be the first one up the finish straight. Super technical rider. Surely she wants to be first on the downhills to maybe get a couple of seconds to some riders that might not be as technical as Yolanda.
No, and 6 laps, so anyone who puts down the hammer too early might get burned.
That's right. So you have to save energy. Don't be attacking too hard in the first laps, but you still don't want to lose ground. Because when you lose ground on this course, you never take it back. We've seen it in a couple of races that is extremely hard to close the gaps, and the strongest rider are also the riders in front.
Yes, there are 200 meters of climbing per lap, so there's no hiding.
Just in a few moments, they are going out here on the finish straight. We have 2 Swedes I have to mention. It's Alexander Engen, of course, I talked about earlier, and then we have the experienced Åsa Erlandsson. Åsa, living in Göteborg, riding for Varberg MTB, if I'm not forgetting. I think she's riding for Varberg MTB. She's been out Europe all this spring trying to collect points for Sweden in the Olympic ranking, and done it really, really well. She's a great climber also, so I think this is a course for her.
And it looks like we have Gunrita.
Gunrita Dale, you see the field is stretched out. It's Gunrita Dale and it's Yolanda Neff, Jana Belomena, Sabine Spitz, Annika Langman, Pauline Ferrot. That was Spitz. That's another German.
Was that Elisabeth Brandau?
That can be Elisabeth Brandau. Yeah, that's right. Yes, some gaps at the finish straight you saw there. Probably they will get together again in the downhill. And then we will see more gaps. Here's Åsa. Come on, Åsa. And there's Nora Kanerva from Finland. And Maris Meister, I guess, was the last rider we saw there from Estonia.
Yes, Marit Meyer. And they're now making their way down here over the rock garden.
Yes, the rock garden, you can't see it. It's you see the yellow signs, and there we have the rock garden. And the rock garden is steep and pretty hard.
And Yolanda is ahead of the pack as they head up the switchback towards the Waffle House.
Yes, Yolanda, she's already first here. Gurita seems got overtaken by Belomena. Belomena is surely a little bit nervous that Yolanda will have too much space already here on the first climb. So we have Yolanda Neff leading this race in front of Jana Belomena, Gurita Dale, and then we have
some name we're missing.
Yes, Neff, Belomena,
and Gunrita Dale. Still pretty much together there with the Danish Langvad and Pauline Ferrand and Swiss rider and German rider.
Then we have the Austrian Elisabeth Osel, and there we have Anna Terpstra, silver medalist from the cross-country eliminations, fast rider. There's Alexandra Engen. Alexandra Engen had a bad starting position, but taken some positions already. Ingrid Bø Jacobsen, Gita Michels, not that good start for Michels. And here we have Åsa Erlandsson. Come on, Åsa, you are a good climber. You can take the Norwegian.
And here we see Yolanda on the downhill again, the long downhill that leads over the Poles Bridge.
Yes, here you have the Poles Bridge, and after Poles Bridge it gets really, really steep, and there we have a rocky section with some roots. Yolanda got a gap already. She's a great downhiller, so I guess she get a gap here. Let's see what she can do with a gap when she's going uphill here up the Ostrich Hill. We will soon see her here.
Yes, this.
Yeah, here's the switchback climb. That's would be great to see if Yolanda is. Yeah, there's Yolanda. And not that far behind we have Belomena, Gurita Dale. That's a German. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't have the German on the start list. We'll try to get the name of her, of course.
Just bear with us there. It looked like Yolanda had maybe 4 seconds there on the downhill as they head towards going uphill again, up the Ostrich Hill.
Yes, that's right. So next time we see them is when they go through the feed zone, and then we will see them on traverse over the Ostrich Hill.
And there's Alexandra Engen.
Yes, there's Alexandra Engen. Interesting start, Yolanda going hard, of course, in the start loop, setting the pace, and seems determined to doing her own pace and not be too tactical, waiting for others, just hit the gas from start.
Yeah, looks like she is in great form and has the confidence right now in this Olympic year.
Yeah, so here we have the what we call the Ostrich Hill ski slope here in Huskvarna, and here we have Yolanda Neff climbing the Ostrich Hill for the first time of 6, and she's got a gap.
She does have a gap, and Of course, we were expecting her to be on from the very start here, but a bit surprising that she already has that gap.
Yeah, obviously her pace is so high that none of the others can follow. And you see, light gears, high cadence. It's you can't miss Yolanda with her blonde hair hanging out from the helmet. Seems like she's the one to decide this. She is going hard from the start. This is the first lap of 6. And I don't think that she will blow up. I think Yolanda knows what she's doing.
Exactly.
She's just this strong. But let's see what the other can do. We have Gunita Dale and Jana Belomina a couple of seconds behind, trying to close that gap to Yolanda. I guess they have to do it in the uphills, and that's not easy. Yolanda is of course a very, very good climber. Soon we will see Gunita and Belomina. And there we have Annika Langvad, another great climber. She has been overtaking Gunita and Jana Belomina on the uphill and is now chasing Yolanda. Annika was the winner of the first World Cup round in Cairns, and obviously in great shape.
Yes, and the riders continue going upwards a bit here before a small single track that gets them back to the beer house at the top here of Ostrich Hill before going down again.
That's right. And there we have a rider from Poland. Might be Maja, not sure. We will see later when it's sorted out a little bit more.
There's a big bunch there fighting it out.
Yes. So it seems like we have Yolanda Neff is leading in front of Annika Langvad. Then we have Gunita Dale Flesho and Jana Belomina. Then we have another Swiss rider, Corina Gantebein, in front of Jelena Popova. And Jelena Popova is in great shape, winning the cross-country elimination the other day.
And here comes Yolanda Neff. Let's see which line she takes.
Yeah, she takes the right line. Yesterday we called the left line the Swiss line because all the Swiss riders took that line. But Yolanda, she found her way, and it's probably the fastest way.
Yes.
Annika Langvan, you can see the difference between the riders. Neff passing more quickly and more comfortable, and Langvan a little bit more problems. Gunita, no problems for her. And there's Belomina. And that's Elisabeth Brandau. I thought it was number 10, but we don't have number 10. But it was number 16. I'm apologizing for that. Elisabeth Brandau is the German with the orange helmet. Popova, cross-country elimination champion, followed by the Austrian Ossel. And then we have Terpstra, another elimination medalist, going downhill here. Helene Grobert, starting with bib 44, was long back, way back in the start. Had to fight her way forward. And there's Pauline Ferrand-Pro. Looks like she's not in the best of shapes, because if she had been in best of shapes... Oh, a little crash there for the Slovakian rider. And there we have Engen. A little bit hold up there, making it safely down. Here's Gita Michels having some problems, but nice way to solve that. Ingrid Bø Jacobsen, finalist in the elimination. Yes, Pauline Ferrand-Pro.
Wow.
Yeah, not in the greatest of shapes, but she will probably be back for the World Championship and later on the Olympics, probably the main goal of this year. And as I said, she is also a great road cyclist, so maybe she has been focusing on the road cycling this year so far.
Yes, probably. It's still early in the season here for most riders, but still here to perform and make some points towards the Olympic Games.
That's right. There's a lot of people in gathering here on the course, and if you are quick, you can see all the three uphill sections. If you the course is so tight that you can go between them in just a couple of minutes. So good opportunities to see the riders. And there we have Åsa heading down into the downhill section of this course.
Yes, the downhill course, a very fast section with a jump and some great berms.
Here we have some of the crowds just enjoying the sun. You know, it's still early in May, and the Swedes think it's like summer, and super nice weather here in Huskvarna today.
Definitely. Just the other week we had rain and even some snow, so we're happy to see that the crowds get this weather, and of course the riders are more comfortable.
Yes, the course is dry and hard and dusty, and the dust makes it a little bit slippery, but these riders are of course so experienced and technical skill that they can handle the dust layer on in the corners.
Yeah, let's hope that that guy has sun protection.
Yes, he will be a little bit pink otherwise.
Probably, yeah. We're waiting now for the riders to get back up into the arena, and we will see the leaders passing on the other side of the Moose Lake, one of the smallest lakes in Northern Europe.
Yes, and here we have the electric motorbike. That means that we soon will have soon have Yolanda Neff, I guess, in front, and you can see her in just a couple of seconds. Here we have the audience waiting down the fall of Fia, and here is Yolanda Neff and Annika Langwand. Yes, oh my god, yes, this is going to be interesting. That means that Langwand have caught 10 seconds on Neff.
Going up that hill?
Going up the hill in the woods. Langwand in great shape, it seems like. There seems to be Gunrita Dahle trying to join the two leaders. Now it's going to be interesting to see what Yolanda will do. How is she going to continue push hard, or will she let Annika take the front and set the pace? My guess is that Yolanda wants to be the first in the downhills.
Yes, I think so too. She wants to be first there and then be the one who determines the pace going uphill. They do 3 big climbs every lap, 200 meters of climbing. So if you're strong there and are comfortable with your pace, you're going to be difficult to catch.
That's right, Marcus. Now we see them a couple of other riders. It's already stretched out, a lot of gaps. Some riders trying to take some positions before going into the next single track. Next time we will see the leaders is when they come down the fall of Fia, which is a drop. You drop down a stone, and it's a steep drop, and then you end it off with a jump and then into a berm before hitting the next short uphill. So soon we will have them in full of Fia. Just saw the motorbike pass outside my window. So it's going to be interesting to see if Neff is keeping the pace high.
Yes, there they are.
Yes, Yolanda Neff and Annika Langwand. For once I thought it was Gunrita. That would be embarrassing. But it's Yolanda Neff and Annika Langwand. So here you see. You can see that Yolanda, came in at the same time. Yolanda got a couple of meters on the short downhill there, full of Fia. But Langwand easily closed that little gap. Then we have Gunrita coming down the fall of Fia. Sabine Spitz. And then we had that's Sabine Spitz. And then Belomina tried to go with Neff in the first uphill, but didn't manage to do it, and now she's losing some ground. That's Elisabeth Brandau in the orange helmet.
And we'll soon have the riders coming up the finish straight here after finishing their first lap.
Jolanda Neff heading out on lap 2 with Annika Landvad tight between her.
Annika looking back to see what kind of gap they have. I'm sure Annika is happy here with this start, being on the back wheel of Jolanda and just trying to hold on as they head towards the downhill.
Yeah, she's letting Jolanda go first here in the first downhill section. You're going over the bridge down to a rocky part, and then you have the rock garden. And already Gunrita is losing time on the top 2 now. She's 18 seconds back. That's a lot of time in the first lap for Gunrita.
Definitely, 18 seconds in one lap is tough, and from the other races here we have seen a lead group of riders that are strong enough to take maybe 15 seconds on one lap.
Yeah, that's right. And we also saw Elisabeth Brando passing by here. 47 seconds up to Jolanda for her. Great start anyhow by Elisabeth. That's the next Swiss rider on her high bike. That's Corina Gantebein. Here we see them again. So Jolanda Hanef setting the pace uphill. I guess that Langwand is pretty happy to be on the wheels of Jolanda. Know that she has good legs on the climbs obviously today, taking 10 seconds of Jolanda on the last climb we saw them.
This is going to be the cat and mouse race.
Cat and mouse race, yes. Annika, really good stamina, is several-time world champion in cross-country marathons. She's used to be pushing hard for a long time. And in the stadium now we have Alexandra Engen. She's taking positions all the time, now up on 19th place, having 39 seconds up to a top 10. There's Gunrita, still looking comfortable, and she got a good gap back to Sabine Spitz. Last time we saw them it was 12 seconds. Spitz is followed by Jana Belomina, and then we have Elisabeth Brandau trying to close the gap to Belomina and Spitz.
Yeah, really fast start here to the elite women's cross-country Olympic.
Here's Corina Gantbein going up the switchbacks, the switchback climb. Here we have Jolanda Neff on the downhill, and I can't see Annika right now. Soon we have Jolanda going over the Post Bridge, and then she's going to the most technical part of that descent, that downhill section. Further back the field, it's a little bit closer. Starting to sort out even here. That's number 19. That was Alice Pirard from Belgium. Another Helene Grobert. Helene Grobert was 6th placed in Cairns, so she's also in good shape, but she had a bad starting position, trying to make her way up the field.
Yes, and there at the bottom part of Ostrich Hill, you could see Jolanda Neff a couple of seconds before Annika Langvad, and as we would expect, Jolanda is a bit faster downhill.
Yeah, it seems like that, absolutely.
And that will, of course, make it a bit difficult for Annika Langvad to keep fighting back. We'll see if she'll be able to close the gap again.
My guess is that they will be together when they see them next time, going through the feed zone and on the traverse through Ostrich Hill. There we have, looks like Spitz and Belomina and Brandau. I guess they will also be together next time we see them, not a lot of seconds in between them. Let's see if they can work together to try to chase Gudit Dale, and then trying to get hold of Jolanda Neff and Annika Langwand also.
beautiful day here in Huskvarna, Sweden. It's now around 20 degrees Celsius, and it's not a lot of wind, and in the hills here it gets really warm.
That's it. So now we're waiting for Yolanda and Annika up the ostrich hill. They should be on the traverse just in a couple of seconds, going up the steepest part. Here's the switchback climb, a little bit further down the field. So, great, here they are. That's Yolanda leading, taking pushing hard, but seems that Annika Langwand have no problems to follow Yolanda so far. This is the second lap of 6.
That's right, and as they make their way across the traverse here on Ostrich Hill, they reach the steepest part of the track.
The steepest part has an average gradient of 21%, so this is the steepest part.
Yes, and this is where we saw in the under 23 men's race the lethal stab.
Yeah, the little stab by Viktor Koretsky when he took advantage of his speed and attacked Caro and got a couple of meters and seconds and then took it home.
Yes, the two French riders there finishing first and second.
Yes, and here you can see that Annika's probably feeling fresh, taking the lead in front of Yolanda Neff going into the woods and some single track. And it's of course important to keep the pace also on the single tracks.
Yes, and Annika probably wants to be first on the next downhill section.
Yes, and we can see that it's happening things here in the fight for the bronze medal. It's Sabina Spitz had overtaken Gunita Dahle, and Sabina Spitz going really strong so far. She wasn't on my list today, but I have to admit that Sabina Spitz going really good uphill. Gunita have some problems losing time on Sabine here on the climb.
Yes, trying to find her rhythm and still contending for bronze.
Yes, of course. Both of these riders are real experienced. Gunita, 43 years old, and Sabine Spitz, 44 years old.
So yeah, they have done a couple of races. They know their bodies, and they know how to read the track here.
Absolutely. So I don't see the possibility that they will blow up. Here's another young Swiss rider, Corinna Gantbein, doing an impressive work so far, ranked 27th in the world.
And here they are, Langvad leading down here into the technical corner where we saw Yolanda using the shortest.
Yep. Some problem there for Annika and Yolanda, the little bit more technical rider of them two, taking advantage of that. But they will soon be together again because they're hitting the third climb on this second lap in just a while. And now they're going down the the downhill section.
Yes.
Gunita, we don't get Sabine Spitz time, but she's a couple of seconds in front of Gunita. And Gunita is over a minute back already. It's a furious pace by Annika Langvad and Yolanda Neff. Gunita lost 1 minute in 1.5 lap. It's going to be big gaps today. Here's Sabine Spitz, third place for her so far. Great downhill handling there.
Yeah, good cornering.
Yes, and here's Gunrita Dahle, losing some ground on Spitz. Belomina's going strong in the uphills, taking time on Gunrita. And here we have Elisabeth Brandau. Next rider to pass should be Corinna from Switzerland. Corinna riding for the high bike Ötzal Pro Team. Lost some ground now to Maja Wojowska. Passing Corinna on the single tracks in the woods. Here we have Julie Brissett, another Olympic champion in this race. Julie haven't had the best of season starts, but is now going strong. Have taken a lot of positions on the climbs. He seems to be a good climber. Another Polish rider with a high bib number. Great ride by... Yeah, you can take that name, Marcus.
I'm gonna wait with that for a while. Katarina Solos Miskoki.
Great.
Miskovic.
On 10th place we have Rina Popova, the reigning European champion in cross-country elimination. And then we have Elisabeth Ossel, Tanja Sakel, Anne Terpstra, Lisa Rabsteiner, and that was Alice Pirard.
Yes, on the split times here we are missing the time of Sabine Spitz. But last time we saw her, she was in 3rd place.
Yes. So next time we see the riders, now they are in the woods, in the long climb in the woods, and next time we see them, it will be when they pass the Moose Lake. So Annika Langvad and Julina Neff was together on the top of the climb, and Annika made a little mistake on this downhill section, but probably she can make that up in next uphill. Here we have Åsa Erlandsson fighting uphill. Going hard, trying to catch some of the riders in front of her. She had Maris Meister in front of her. Number 26 is a Russian rider. That's Anna Konovalova.
She rode earlier this week in the Eliminator.
Yes, did some good results there.
So where did we have Pauline here?
I can't see Pauline's name in the list here. Maybe she has DNF. We will see later. Maybe she has some problem with her timing equipment, but I haven't seen her pass by.
No, we'll.
So Julie Brescia, but that's the only French rider I've seen.
Yes, we might have missed her on this corner right here. While we were watching closely what line the riders took.
That's it. We have 33 riders out on the course as it seems, with Alexandra Engen, with Åsa Erlandsson in the ending the field so far. It's a lot of gaps already.
Yes, a lot of gaps, and who could imagine that they were gonna do the first lap and a half that fast?
Yes, they took over a minute on such a great riders like Gunrita Dahle Flesho and Sabine Spitz and Belomina. But we will see what happened. Will they continue in this furious pace that they set up, Jolanda Neff and Annika Langwand? Or will they come down a little bit, trying to play this tactical, watch each other's going? That's Åsa going downhill. Great work by her, trying to catch that rider from Poland and that Estonian rider. And here we have the motorbike showing that that was the last rider.
We're now back at the arena, and the camera is facing towards the Moose Lake, where we'll soon have the leaders on the opposite side.
Yeah, the Moose. Here we have one of the riders. Can't see who that was. That might have been Yolanda, having a couple of meters now on Annika. Yeah, this is further back the field. That was Elisabeth Brandau, great with her helmet. And we will have Yolanda and Annika going down the Folofia. Just saw the motorcycle passing by outside here. Here we have them. Here we have the Folofia. Lots of crowds down there. It's an action-packed part of the course. Yolanda Neff in front of Annika Langwad. So Annika trying to follow Yolanda here downhill. And take a little bit more time for Annika going downhill.
And as you can see there, she is gearing down for the next uphill. It's difficult to have a lot of momentum going up that gravel hill there.
Yeah, and it's a a little bit. The gravel is soft, as you see there for the motorbike. So you don't want to get in with too much speed.
No, exactly. You can bury your front wheel and come to a stop.
Yeah, maybe not that big a problem these first laps, but if you come into the finish, you don't want to do that because then the day is ruined.
Yes, and here we have a competitor for the Swedish National Championship in trial.
Yeah, it's on at the same time as the European Championship races.
Great bike handling there.
Yes. Going uphill.
Going uphill, that's right.
So here's Yolanda Neff leading in front of Annika Langwand. They have completed 2 laps. Now they will start their 3rd laps with 4 to go. Annika Langwand has shown some great climbing capacity so far this race. And then we're waiting for Belomina, Sabine Spitz, Gunrita Dale and Elisabeth Brandau, who was pretty close together when we saw them last time. Just a couple of seconds between them.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting now to see if they the pace is a bit more mellow for the front duo here after the first couple of laps,
Yes.
or if they continue to build the gap.
Yes, it seems like they continue to build the gap. They had 1 minute on the top of the hill, and now it's a lot more. Here's Sabine Spitz, still in 3rd place. Seems pretty comfortable, but pushing it hard. Having some... here we have Yolanda up the switchback climb.
Closely followed by Annika Langvad.
Yes, I think this is what we will see now for a couple of laps.
Yes.
Annika trying to go with Yolanda, and if Annika wants to win this, I guess she have to do an attack in some of the climbs.
Yes, and of course, right now Yolanda is where she likes to be.
Yes, and this is not a mellow pace. This is Yolanda just going, keep on going. She's a machine, and Annika fighting to keep Yolanda in comfortable distance.
Yes, she still looks okay.
Yes. Alexandra Engen going down the Folofia, having a couple of riders in front of her. Good possibility to take some positions maybe on the next lap.
And just to remind you again, we don't have Sabine Spitz split times here on the screen. But as we could see, she is still in 3rd place.
Yes, she's in 3rd place, and she has a good gap back to Gunrita Dale, Elisabeth Brandau and Maja Voljoska. So it's Gunrita and Elisabeth Brandau who is and Jana Belomina who's trying to catch Sabine Spitz. I will try to give you the difference next time we see Sabine.
So Sabine Spitz making her way up there, the switchbacks. There's a ton of experience on those shoulders.
Yes. So her training the other day was out with a coach, and the coach on the electric mountain bike, going through the technical sections, giving advices to the German riders, doing the technical sections over and over again.
Yeah, maybe even had some advice for the experienced Sabine Spitz.
Yes, that's probably true. She knows how to ride these tracks. Jana Belomina taking a couple of meters to Brandau and Gunrita on the uphill section. Yolanda taking a couple of meters on Annika on the downhill sections. That's a gap now. Let's see if Annika can close it.
Yes, someone like Yolanda Neff can definitely attack on the downhill.
Yes, as we can see here, the hard thing is that it's in the beginning of this lap, so there's a lot of climbing to do after that downhill. So it can be hard to keep that gap.
Yes.
But each lap you can make, I think Yolanda can make 5-6 seconds to Annika on that longest downhill section, and they're riding 6 laps, so it will be like 40 seconds for Annika to fight back all the time.
Yes.
And that will be hard in the end.
Yes, and if you're in super shape, maybe you can do it, but definitely difficult. As the leading duo is now not in picture, but making the way up and are going to traverse the Ostrich Hill and get to the steepest part of the course here.
Yes. Back in the field, we see the Alexandra Engen, home favorite, is in 19th place, 3 minutes back to Jolanda Neff. Have a couple of riders just in front of her, so hopefully she can be in contention for a top 15s. Here we have Alexandra Engen. Seems like she's doing some good uphill riding, trying to catch Karia Stefanova from Czech Republic in front of her. Having Gita Michels in the baby blue Swiss dress haunting behind. So soon you should be able to see Jolanda and Annika on the long uphill section. And here's Jolanda, and we can't see Annika.
She has a gap.
Yes, now we see that Jolanda Neff has a gap to Annika Langwand. And maybe something has happened to Annika, or has Jolanda put down the gas for real? I hope everything is that it hasn't been any technical, but we saw that Jolanda had a gap in the downhill, and she has managed to keep that gap and even make it bigger.
Yes, and she's still climbing strong here. No signs of wear and tear.
Not at all, not at all. It's out on the 3rd lap, and she has 3 laps to go after this one.
Let's see where Annika is now.
Yes,
she should be on the traverse on the Ostrich Hill.
She should absolutely be on a traverse if she hasn't had any problems with her bike. Here's Annika. Yeah, Annika going up. It's as simple as that. Jolanda going too fast for Annika right now.
Yeah, Annika probably landed a bit after the first laps there and realized that she might just be going too fast for herself.
Yeah, brave though, trying to go with Jolanda.
Definitely, it's the only way to be in position here for a gold medal at the European Championships in Huskvarna with all the climbing to be done.
That's right. She has lost 23 seconds from the down on this second uphill effort up the Ostrich Hill. That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time. And how much time did it take one lap for the women's here?
It's around 15 minutes.
Around 15 minutes.
Yeah, not know exactly. I will try to take a time split here for myself on Sabine Spitz. So it could be great if you can have we can follow Sabina and then follow the riders behind her.
Yes, Sabine Spitz is missing in the split times here on the screen, so it would be interesting to have your time there later, Gustav.
Yes, and we can see Elisabeth Branda going up here, and I have a time split for Sabine Spitz. So when Branda is closing into the steepest part, we can see how many seconds we have in between them. The clock is ticking. It's already 25 seconds, 30 seconds. So let's see how it's going for Elisabeth Branda on the uphill.
Here's Annika Langwad. Definitely better through that turn this time. Back comfortable, but we could definitely see Jolanda flying down this hill.
Yeah. She's as fast as the guys going downhill. Didn't see Branda passing my checkpoint there with Spitz, but I guess it's around. It felt like it was around 40 seconds. So it's some time there for Branda to catch up with Sabine Spitz, her teammate, to get in contention for the bronze medal. In the back of the field here we see Maris Meyer from Estonia. And here we have
number 15,
Rina Gantbein Swiss rider, 27 in the UCI ranking and was 11th in the first round of the World Cup. Seems to be a good climber, just like her teammates. Number 37 here is another Polish rider.
Currently last in the pack here, and that is Monica Sur.
Monica Sur. Monica Sur has had some great results earlier years in the under 23 category. Here we have the third ranked so far, Sabine Spitz, handling her bike great on the downhills, no problem at all there. On the other side we can see a bunch of riders fighting for a top 15 position. There's a lot of crowds here today. This is one of the free climbs and one of the greatest positions to be as if you're a spectator.
Of course, it's a classical hill in Huskvarna, the ostrich hill, used for downhill skiing, and now they have some protected flowers here, so the crowd can't walk all over this field.
Yes, and that's Brandau, and according to my time check, it's 37 seconds between Brandau and Sabine Spitz. And Brandau is followed by Gunrita Dale, Flesho, and Jana Belormina. And here we have the course, where it's pink, it's uphill, no, it's downhill.
No, the colors you can't tell us here, but this is the third downhill and then the third uphill as we follow it around the Moose Lake on the back area of the arena into the start and finish straight.
Yes. And here's Irina Popova and Corina. Nice overtaking there by Corina, showing that she, just as Yolanda, knew how to handle a bike downhill. Irina Popova, the reigning European cross-country elimination champion. Here's Tanja Sakel. Tanja has a couple of medals from earlier European championships, along with her teammate Blanka Klemencic, who is not here today.
No, and it's still been a while since we saw Pauline Ferrand-Perrault, so it looks like she's not in the race anymore.
No, that's right. I think that Pauline is not in the race anymore, which is a little bit. It feels it would have been great to have her in shape to giving Yolanda Neff a real fight.
Definitely, the two 23 years old. Yes, they're. Sorry, Pauline is 24 and Yolanda 23, so there's still a lot of competition between them in years to come.
Yeah, they followed each other for a couple of years. And we just saw Yolanda Neff passing the Moose Lake, having a big gap now down to Annika Langvad, and it feels like she had taken even more time on the into the woods in the uphill section.
Yes. That's a lot of seconds to make up on a lap of this course here. Yolanda seems to be in great shape.
Yeah, and Yolanda has also been riding some road. There's Annika. Yolanda has also been riding some road cycling, road racing. I almost said, but I don't think she's been doing road racing, but road cycling. With great results, and I don't know what her thought is in front of the Olympics. Maybe she will do both the road race and the mountain bike. That would be interesting to see.
Yes, if she's one of those who are able to do the switch to road racing. We have seen a lot of successful riders doing that in the last couple of years, of course.
Yeah, thinking about Cadel Evans, amongst others.
Yes, a lot of great mountain bikers that has been successful later on.
See the riders here going down the Ostrich Hill, and when you see them go into the woods there, they're hitting a downhill section with some jumps and some nice berms.
And maybe, Gustav, soon you'll see the electric motorbike outside your window.
Yes, we're waiting for Yolanda to come down follow Fia. She is out on her third lap, soon to be on her fourth.
Yes, and they're doing 6 laps here.
Yes, so it's a lot of racing still to do. Still some time before we have Yolanda at the Folofia, it seems.
Yes, and the riders have 2 lines to choose there.
Here's Annika. So Yolanda must have passed just a couple of seconds ago. Annika still pushing it, still trying to close the gap and still trying to keep her silver medal position.
Good downhill riding there, and eases off the gears as he heads back up the highway here.
Yes, and at the same time we can see Yolanda hitting the finish straight. So this is a good gap for Yolanda. She is she's an amazing bike rider. This young Swiss girl, out on her 4th lap as we speak now. She's like she's just keep on going, same pace all the time. Her legs like drumsticks.
Yes, she's a machine right now. A time trialist making her own laps right now at the European Championships for elite women in cross country.
Soon we will have Annika Langwand out on the finish straight. Here we have her. Seems not the same pace, of course, as Yolanda, but still great going. Yolanda now is going downhill into the rock garden, and we soon be up the switchback climb. It's a big gap. Let's see what the time check says in just a couple of moments. It's 46 seconds now in between Yolanda and Annika, and they were together last time at when they were lapping.
That's right, 46 seconds is a long time, and let's just compare. The longest climb here takes around 2 minutes to climb.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It depends a little bit on which who good climber you are. Me myself, I made it in 3 minutes. I was very happy with that. And then I saw the young under 23 riders doing it in 2 minutes. Here's Yolanda, also of course a good climber, making it up this hill in her own way now on her Stöckli bike.
Yeah, and now she of course gets some time splits from the national coaches around the course at the technical sections, and is probably happy to know that she has a good 46 second gap.
Yes, and here we have Belomina, and I think that's Maja Wojrowska and Elisabeth Brandau. I haven't seen Gunrita Dahl yet. There's Gunrita, and I guess that we have Sabine Spitz. Yes, Sabine Spitz was hitting the finish straight at the same time as Gunrita was going up the highway.
Annika here, still fighting it out right now in silver position. She still looks okay, I'd say, but she probably had to slow down a bit from following Yolanda the first couple of laps there.
Yeah, and having a good gap back to the rest of the field with Sabine Spitz leading the chase for the silver medal. Popova, Irina Popova, knowing this part of the track very well from the elimination. Waiting for Spitz Neff going downhill here. It was the Poles Bridge.
And after Poles Bridge, there's the Rock Garden.
That's right, and here we have the motorbike who can't go down the rock garden in the same way as Yolanda Neff, having to have a little bit of an advantage there. Waiting for the contention for the third bronze medal here to going up the switchback climb. And we will remind you that we can't see Sabine Spitz time splits, so it's not Maja Wojrowska who is in 3rd place, it's Sabine Spitz, and Wojrowska, she's in 4th place. So here's Spitz going up the switchback. I have set a watch to Langwad to see how many seconds Langwad is in front of Sabine Spitz. We already have 1.5 minutes, so it's a lot of time for Spitz to take, and Langvad is the gap between Langvad and Spitz is getting bigger and bigger. Here's Spitz, and soon I will have her at my time check. I have 1 minute and 50 seconds now, and when she will turn left here, I can know for exact. She has 1 minute and 50 seconds up to Annika Langvan. That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time. Good work there, Gustav, trying to correct the time gaps here that we can't see on the screen. Comfortable leads for Yolanda Neff right now, and Annika Langvad in second position.
Yes, and here we see Maja Volorska. She started a little bit in a slower pace than a lot of other riders, but she's now have been made her way up the field and is now in fourth place, trying to close the gap to Spitz. And I think she has taken a couple of seconds on Spitz anyway. Maybe we can have a fight for the bronze medal. Let's see how Spitz will do the last couple of laps here. Here's Gurita Dale. Not the best day for her, but she sure be back for the World Championship and the Olympic Games in Rio.
Definitely.
Yolanda Neff. Climbing the ostrich hill, still in good pace, high cadence. Audience cheering for her. We have a lot of Swedes here, of course, but I also seen Swiss and Norwegians, Danes, Belgians, Germans, some from Great Britain. So it's a lot of different nationalities that cheer on the riders.
Yes, great week here for Huskvarna in Sweden to get an opportunity to show the riders and the audience what a beautiful track we have right here, built by Stefan Stolpe.
Yes, Stefan Stolpe, he's the mastermind of this track, and he really made it a tough one.
Yes. He is an experienced rider himself, of course, and made sure to make it at the very top level for the best riders in Europe.
That's right. We just saw Anna Terpstra on the switchback climb, and here we have some riders still on the finish straight. And there we have the Moose Lake. It will take a couple of minutes before we have Yolanda there. Here's Alexandra Engen fighting hard to keep up with the riders in front of her. That's the one in the red and white shirt is Katarzyna Sulus-Miskiewicz from Poland. And here we have Annika Langvad. So we soon will have a time check again to see how the time gap is. It was 46 seconds last time we saw Annika and Yolanda in the finish straight.
Yes, Langvad is sitting up front on the saddle there, trying to get a good angle when pushing hard going up.
That's here we have Alice Pirard from Belgium. She had the wheels of Alexandra Engen before, but she lost some time on the Swede, it seems like. Now we're waiting for Yolanda to come down. Now it's 1 minute and 3 seconds, so another 20 seconds for Yolanda. No signs of weakness at all.
No problem there. Yeah, she probably makes some seconds going down and going up, of course, right now.
It's no doubt she's the strongest rider out on the course today. It's incredible to see how she's so much stronger than the rest of the field.
Yes, over a minute at this time in the race.
Yes, and 2.5 laps to go. A little bit further back in the field, we have the Slovakian rider Janka Keseg-Stevkova, followed by Ingrid Bø Jakobsen, the cross-country elimination specialist, taking some water or energy drink before hitting next corner. Here's Annika going down this technical section. Doing it really good now. She found a great line there. And then into the downhill course, starting out with a small jump and then some nice berms and then some nice jumps before going into the woods and the third and last climb on this lap. This is Maja Woloszka. She is fighting to get a grip of Sabine Spitz, who is in front of her. Maja is going strong uphill. She has left Elisabeth Brandau and Jana Belomena behind, and Gunita Dale also is a little bit behind Maja Woloszka right now. Here Belomena, strong climber, but not strong enough today to give Langvad and Neff a good fight, but she's trying to get back to Maja Woloszka and getting some meters here to Elisabeth Brandau on the last section of this uphill.
Yes, this as they head up towards the back there of the beer house and then turn back down again for the technical turn. I think the technical turn is one that all the riders here have been trying to train the most at, something that they want to know by heart today.
Yeah, I've seen them going over and over and over again to find the best line, to maybe gain a couple of seconds, and also to find a line that you know that you can ride with no risk of going down.
Exactly, and also of course being able to go different lines if you're chasing someone and don't get to choose.
Yeah, we saw earlier Maja Woloszka overtake another rider in the downhill, so you can, if you are fast, you can take some, even overtake there.
Yes, a bit of a gamble, but it can be successful if you're ready for it.
A little bit further down the field, we can see that Katarina Anoshina from Russia is closing the gap to Gunita Dale and Corina Gantbein. We also have Irina Popova, the teammate of Jana Belomena, doing a great ride so far, top 10. And now we also see that Julia Brezet, the former Olympic champion, is losing a little bit of time again.
Yes, and Alexandra Engen is getting huge cheer here from the locals. She has grown up in Bankeryd, just outside of Jönköping, just next to Huskvarna here. Knows a lot of people here, and of course have been riding these hills a lot.
Yes, and she's been training a lot with the Swedish team manager Anders Ljungberg, who's also from the surroundings.
That's right, he lives here in town and is of course very happy being able to sleep in his own bed at the European Championships.
Yes, that can't be usual for the team managers. Gunita Dale going downhill together with Corina Gantbein, the Swiss rider. Corina was 11th in the World Cup in Cairns a couple of weeks ago, so she's in good shape. Then we have Katarina Anoshina, Irina Popova, and then Tanja Sakel from Slovenia. That's Julia Brezet, and behind Brezet we have Terpstra. And we can see on the time checks that Alexandra Engen is gaining some positions. Lately she was down in 19th place, now she's 14. Doesn't have that much time to take on Katarzyna from Poland, but then there's a big gap up to Anna Terpstra. But great riding so far by Alexandra Engen.
Yes, and of course she had a couple of tough years now and hasn't been racing a lot, so this European Championship is of course a good measure to her current form.
Yes, and a good way back to the World Cup circuit and the top ranking. Alexandra, when you see her, she always smiling. Such a nice girl to meet out in the forest or on the tracks. Really wish her all the well.
Definitely. We are now watching the Moose Lake again.
Yes, the Moose Lake. That means we have Yolanda Neff passing by here.
Before heading into the single track behind the arena. And the crowds here at the arena. Yeah, she's now at the top of the fall of Fia.
Yeah, she's way quicker than us. She's already on the fall of Fia. Going downhill, no problems, of course. She can take it a little bit slower on the downhill. She had a lot of time, but I don't think that expression "slow" is in her mind.
No, I don't think so. And it just goes to show, Gustav, that being good at riding downhill fast, you don't have to be super muscular upper body. Yolanda Neff has kind of thin arms, but she is so technical and fast and relaxed going downhill.
Yeah, and watching her last year in the World Cup, taking lines that most of the men didn't take. So she's she have she takes risks, but she's so aggressive and so strong that she have no problem to make them.
She's now on her way to finish this lap right here, and we'll have some split time soon to see if the gap is even bigger now.
Yes, 2 laps to go for Yolanda Neff.
And here's Annika Langvad through the berm, heading up the highway before she has the option of 3 ways down into the Finnish sprint.
Yes, and I will try to take... I haven't seen Sabine Spitz for a while.
No, that's right.
When I'm thinking about it. I hope she's still on the course. We can't see her time checks. There's some problem with the timing system. But if I see her, I will try to take a time check to see how far she is behind Langwan and how many seconds she had to Maja Vljoska, who is going really, really strong now in 4th place.
Great shot there of a flying Yolanda Neff going through the forest and over the bump there. Heading up the switchbacks here up to the Waffle House.
Yes, getting some good speed there in the berm. No signs at all at weakness, just keep on going. A little bit like the Norwegian cross-country skier Therese Johaug. She's also a furious machine with blonde hair. Here's Annika Langvand. Way back Yolanda, but she has good control on the 2nd place. The gap has grown to 1 minute and 18 seconds, so not losing that much time anymore in Yolanda Neff. Yolanda Neff made a really, really hard effort on the 3rd lap and is now out on the 5th lap, still going strong.
Exactly, that's probably what she wanted when she saw that she had Annika Langvad on her back wheel there to make an effort on the 3rd lap to get a good distance.
Let's see, the next rider should be Sabine Spitz in a couple of minutes. She was far behind Langvad but had a good control of the 3rd position before. So it's going to be interesting to see if she had contained that position. Here's Annika, also still in good shape.
Great to see the Danish rider performing well here.
Really, really great. It's always fun to have the Scandinavians perform well in the neighboring countries. They also have a little extra support from the crowd, of course. Once upon a time, a long time ago, parts of Sweden belonged to Denmark, and also part of Denmark belonged to Sweden. So we have great connections. Even if we had some wars back then, it's a couple of hundreds of years ago.
Yes, and now we even have a bridge between the countries.
Yes. You just saw Neff going downhill. We are now waiting for the riders fighting for 3rd, 4th and 5th positions, passing the finish line. But as you can see, the gaps are enormous between the riders.
They sure are, and it just goes to say again, every lap here is 200 meters of climbing, Are the riders used to this much climbing in the World Cup?
This is one of the hardest track that they have seen in a couple of years. The track in Albstadt. You can compare this one with the track in Albstadt. That track even have even more climbing, but otherwise there's not any track that is like this in the World Cup circuit. Yes, great. Now we can see Sabine Spitz time checks. She's 3 minutes and 23 seconds behind Annika Langwad. So almost 2 minutes. No, she's 2 minutes back on Annika Langwad and 3 minutes 23 seconds back on Yolanda. And here we have Maja. Maja is now taking time on Sabine Spitz.
Yes, Maja has been riding faster and faster, it seems like, finding good rhythm here, and she seems to like the climbs.
Yes, still though 40 seconds to take on Sabine Spitz, 2 laps to go. That's not impossible, but that means that Sabine Spitz have to get some leg burns, have to get a lot tired.
Yes.
Of course, every rider are tired, but more tired than Maja. Here's Elisabeth Brandau. Seems to be tired. Fighting now. 2 laps to go for Elisabeth. She's losing a little bit of position. Still great work by Elisabeth. You can see there Sabine Spitz grits her teeth. Soon she will have taken on this climb and up passing the Waffle House. Corina Geitbein in 7th place, Anoshina, Yekaterina Noshina 8th place, Popova 9th, Tanja Sakel 10th, and here's Julie Bresset, and then we saw Gurita Dala, and Gurita losing a lot of time now. Probably disappointed that she couldn't follow Yolanda. But will surely fight to the end.
Yes, and Yolanda now reaching the steepest part of the track here, and just keeps on drumming.
Yes, the legs goes like drumsticks. Seems like it's like in the first lap.
Yeah, it's difficult to see if
No signs of weakness at all. She's the crowd's cheering on her, taking pictures. Very, very popular.
Yeah, we can see a rider longer back in the pack here.
Yes, she will probably have to fight hard not to get passed by Yolanda Leff lapped this lap.
Exactly. Any rider who is being lapped by the leaders here get to finish the lap, but not the race.
Yes, and here we see Elisabeth Brandau fighting uphill. You can see how tired she is with her upper body going all over the place. And you see Corina Gantbein with super much speed. Watching Elisabeth Brandau makes me feel bad in the legs, because you can see how much she's struggling right now.
Yes.
Popova almost getting into her back wheel there. She will lose a lot of time now. Brandau, just as Gunita Dahle, who is dropping down the field. Here we have Julie Bresset, the French former Olympic champion.
Yes, and Corina Gantenbein there has also been climbing in the positions here, gaining momentum with every lap.
Yeah, that's right. And a little bit further back the field, here we have, I think that's Anne Terpstra, working with her whole body on the uphill. Here's Yolanda Neff going down, hit the brakes a little bit, down to the technical section, full speed. No need to worry there for Yolanda.
Not losing much speed there, even while braking downhill and turning.
Not at all. Would be great to see the time splits when we have Sabine Spitz and Maja closing in, but it will take a couple of minutes. Here we have Annika Langwand going uphill. Annika, who has been riding a lot of marathon races before, great stamina, of course.
Here's Alexandra Engen, number
Yes.
42.
Alexandra, she's really good to make it the whole race. I saw her on the Swedish Championship last year. She was a little bit behind first couple of laps, but finished it really strong. So maybe we'll see Alexandra putting on the gas now in the last 2 laps. Annika has been losing a lot of time this lap. She's almost 2 minutes back now on Yolanda Neff, so Yolanda's keep on going really strong. Next one to pass the time check should be Sabine Spitz, if she could keep Maja Voljoska away. So I guess soon we will see Sabine Spitz fighting up the Astrid Hill.
Yes, and you can see the riders further back here in the pack are really suffering now on the uphills, and you can of course appreciate the effort being put in by the leaders. And Annika Langvad here losing a few seconds again on Yolanda Neff, but she still seems okay, and finds a good line there too.
Yeah, she seems to be safe in her second place, going for the silver medal for the Denmark. A great result for their national team. You have Alice Picard from the Belgium team in the baby blue dress. And here we have Maja Voljoska. And where is Sabine Spitz? Where is Sabine Spitz? Is she lost so much time on Maja?
Oh, it will be interesting to see as she makes her way up here at the top of the Ostrich Hill, where we have the time splits on your screen.
Yes, and we have no time yet for Sabine Spitz, so we don't know if she's in front. I feels like is it possible that it took that might took 40 seconds on just this climb? Will be really interesting to see soon where we have Sabine Spitz. Either now in the uphill if she's behind, or when they're going downhill. No time splits for Sabine Spitz though, but we have had some problem with the time splits before regarding Sabine. It's a cliffhanger.
It's definitely a cliffhanger here, and the camera is watching the Moose Lake right here to see if Yolanda Neff. And there we have the time split for Maja.
Yes, we have the time split now for Maja. She's 4 minutes and 47 seconds back. Not that interesting. The most interesting thing is where we have Sabine Spitz, and we will see it soon. Here's Jana Belomina anyhow. I hope that Sabine doesn't have had any technical problems. It would be a shame that if she loses the race in that way. We will see soon. But for now, all we know is that we have Maja Voljoska in 3rd place and Jana Belomina in 4th place. Belomina losing a couple of seconds on Maja, but not that much.
No, not that much.
Belomina is going really strong now also. There is Sabine Spitz, but that means that Sabine Spitz is in front of Maja Voljoska. But she's crashed in the downhill section. It's tricky. She has been really fast down there before.
Yes.
So now where is Voljoska? 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8. She was 40 seconds behind before. The fight for the bronze medal. There we have Bressi, but now we want to see. Yes, here is Maja Voljoska. 20 seconds. It's around 20 seconds.
And that was before the crash there.
That was after the crash.
Sorry, after the crash, yeah.
So 20 seconds. So she took some seconds in the uphill, and of course some seconds with the crash. It's going to be. I think it can be. We can see them together in the next lap, maybe.
Yes.
Really interesting, you know.
Definitely, and they have been out on the course now for an hour and 17 minutes. That's a long time, and a lot of climbing.
A lot of climbing to do. Here we have Alexandra Enga. The crowds are cheering for her, of course, screaming. Surely have a lot of friends out around the course. Going well uphill. Still looks like she got good legs. Ship's legs, maybe.
Yeah, maybe even ship's legs. The legs that are better than diamond legs.
That's right. Gunita Dale is back in 10th position now, fighting to keep Anne Terpstra from Dutch rider behind her. I guess seems like Alexandra Enga is in 12th position. Here's another strong rider going up the field, Corina Gantbein. How many good riders is there in the Switzerland?
I
We
have
had several riders yesterday in the under 23. Now he landed left here, and here we have Gantbein. And I think there's a couple of riders back home in Swiss also.
yeah,
Steerman and Indegan. So it's impressive. Alexandra Engen up in 12th place.
great ride.
Let's see. She might be in the top 10. I don't have we have Sabine Spitz in between us, so it's a 13th place for Alexandra Engen. And now we're missing Elisabeth Brandau.
Yes.
So either she is DNF because she looked really tired, or she is missing in the time checks.
Exactly. Just reminding you there, Sabine Spitz split time is missing, and Brandauer we're not sure about right now.
It's 15 seconds between Maja Volorska and Jana Belomina. It's the same difference as when they passed the finish line. So Belomina going strong and Volorska going strong in the chase for bronze medal, where we have Sabine Spitz right now. Here's Elisabeth Brandau. Oh my, that seems to hurt a lot. I feel sad for Brandau. 1 lap to go. Yolanda Neff still going high speed. Maybe she will want to take another seconds here.
Yeah, she's definitely here to kill.
I can't believe it.
She leaves everyone behind over Stefan's Bridge and down the track again. Amazing.
Amazing racing by Yolanda Neff. What can you say? Seeing her going even faster than the lap before here on the finish straight, where a lot of other riders are drinking or taking emergency gels, she just keep on going.
Yes, and of course, being the number one ranked elite women rider right now in the world, it seems like no one can get close to her.
No, and though she's still young, she have a lot of good positions in championships. Earlier, she have amongst a lot others 3 gold medals from under 23 racing in world championships. She's been the World Cup winner twice, 2014 and 2015. And before that, she was competing in the under 23 category, and seems to be unstoppable at the moment.
Yes, and still Annika Langvad putting on a great performance here too, making her way up the highway there. As we can see, Yolanda Neff working her way up the switchbacks. Annika was close to Yolanda at the start of the race here, but might have felt she was going a bit too fast for Yolanda's speed today.
Yeah, and it seems like Annika did the right thing. She slowed down a little bit at the right moment, couldn't follow Yolanda, but has a
comfortable distance.
Distance all the time back to Sabine Spitz in 3rd place. A lot of riders now struggling on this course. This is a really tough course.
Yeah, the heat is probably getting to the riders right now.
The sun is shining on the riders in the uphill and no wind, so it's getting really hot there. Here's Annika. 1 lap left, 1 lap to take home a silver medal to Denmark.
Go on, Annika.
Come on. 2 minutes and 24 seconds behind, of course. It doesn't matter now. The most important thing is to keep on the bike and don't have any technical problems. Here we say some of the crowds are crowds all over the course. And here we have the Poles Bridge and Yolanda Neff going down Poles Bridge. This will be the last part of the track where you possibly could get a flat, hitting some rocks in the wrong way. Same time, Langman on the first downhill. We saw Yolanda Neff on the second downhill.
Yeah, so huge difference there right now, and only a technical could stop this.
Yes, and here's Sabine Spitz. And she still has the third position, still in front of Maja Uljorska and Jana Belomina. Annika Langvand still looks good, no problem at all at the switchbacks climb. It's not like Elisabeth Branda who was struggling so hard. Will be really interesting to see where we have Uljorska, and there's Dale. No, that's not Dale, but that's another Norwegian rider far away behind. Here's Langvad. Where's Uljorska and where's Belomina? Would be great to see. Now I see Uljorska going down the Fall of Fia outside my window, and we will soon have Belomina, and then there's a big gap once again between Spitz and Uljorska. Will be interesting to see if Spitz is on the finish straight right now in the fight for the bronze medal. Yes, here's Sabine Spitz. Still looking strong, still don't look like she suffer, but she still keep up the pace.
Yes, Sabine Spitz, 44 years old, and a lot of medals for her so far in her career.
Yes, a couple of minutes up to Annika Langvan. We need to see the time checks once again, but it looks like she have Uljorska and Belomina in safe distancing behind her.
Yes, it does look like that, and we're now back at the Ostrich Hill here with the leading electric motorbike showing us that Yolanda is on her way to the steepest part of the hill.
Yes, and here's Maja Uljorska has been losing. She was 20 seconds behind when we saw her in the technical section where Sabine Spitz went down. But now it's a lot of time again. It's 46 seconds, almost. So 34 seconds for Uljorska up to Spitz, and that's a safe distance. It feels like for Spitz. She's taking some time again on Uljorska. Maybe Uljorska starting to feel that her effort last lap didn't really pay off all the way to the bronze medal. But of course, 34 seconds, not impossible.
Yes, and Yolanda now on her way up here, and looks like almost every other lap right here.
Yes, still sitting on the saddle, keep on pushing up the steepest part, 21% of gradient. Sabine Spitz here on the switchback climb, gritting her teeth. Really, this is a really strong effort by Sabine Spitz. She's a muscular cyclist. She has a lot to take up the climbs, but she's doing it incredibly well.
Yes, super strong uphill too.
I didn't have Spitz as one of the favorites, but she's really shown that she's up for this. Corinna Gantbein passes in 5th place, and then we have Tanja Seikel going up the order in 7th place. Great riding by Tanja, who hasn't had the best of starts of the seasons. Here's Maja. Seems like Maja going a little bit faster though than Spitz, but there's not a lot of time to. There's not a lot of ground to. Not a lot of track left.
No, exactly.
Didn't find the word.
No, exactly. Even if she makes, maybe she can take up to 10 seconds per climb here. It isn't enough.
No, it's not enough. And Sabine Spitz has been going good on the single track in the downhills. We had Belomina passing there, 10 seconds behind of Uljorska. And here we had Gunita Dale in 10th place. Gunita Dale, 6-time European champion, but not this time. This time it's Yolanda Neff.
Yes, as we can see here, Corina Gantberg is really strong uphill still.
Yes. Still taking some time. Here's Yolanda Neff. Last time down this technical section. She's really going all in. It will be interesting to compare her to the men elite riders later on, but I don't think they are so much faster than she. Irina Popova 11, Anette Terpstra 12th place, and I can hear the cheers outside here from my window. It's Alexandra Engen. Alexandra Engen is is hunting down, and there we have some problem for the. That's Tanya Saikel having some problem. Went down in the berm, it seems like.
Yeah, or maybe just came to a halt there and had to walk up a bit to be able to get back on the bike.
Yeah.
It's not easy to start pedaling
No,
in this hill.
That's a tough one. So Saikel losing some ground around Corina Gantban in the fight for 6th position. Here we have Annika Langman still going strong in the uphill, last time up here. Further back, as I said, Alexandra Engen is taking some positions, now hunting her teammate Anne Terpstra. Both riding for the Ghost Racing team. Yeah, you can see the difference here between Annika Langvad and Yolanda Neff.
Yes, Annika is trying to slow down a bit just to be able to recharge there on the very tough gradient.
Yes, and there we saw Gurita Dale, and here we have Annika Langvan. Really suffering now, but of course all the riders are suffering now. This is a super hard track. When they are up there on that hill, they have made 1,200 height meters.
In 1.5
laps.
hour.
Yes, try to make that at home on this surface. You don't do it in 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Definitely not. The crowd is making the way into the arena now and the finish area.
Look at the fighting face here, Alexandra Engen.
Really happy to see that she gets to finish this race in a good fashion.
Yes, that looks good in front of the World Championship and later on the rest of the World Cup circuit. Important for Engen to do some good races now to bring Sweden up the Olympic ranking. So we can maybe send either Engen or Jenny Risswitz to Rio. It would be great to see one of the Swedes there. At least one of them. We will soon have Yolanda Neff in a couple of minutes, passing the Moose Lake and then going down the Folofia for the last time, and then we take her home over the finish line.
As we watch Katarzyna Solos-Mikowski.
Here's Langvad, 3 minutes back on Yolanda Neff, but still safe on second place. Going down this technical section for the last time. A little bit sketchy, but she makes it down good.
Well done there.
Here we have Sabine Spitz, and now we want to see where we have Maja Vljoska. Sabine Spitz going strong there uphill. There she is. We still can't see Vljoska, so I guess that Spitz is going faster than Langvad. She still have some powers left here on the steepest part of the course. And where is Maja?
Where's Maja? Has she been able to close a bit of that gap to Sabine Spitz?
Didn't seem like it.
No.
She's, I guess, to have been in the contention for the medal. There she is. She's taking some time again on Sabine Spitz, but is it enough? Is it enough? This effort that Maja is putting down now seems to be she's very tired. You see how she's all over the track, but of course she can almost feel the taste of the bronze medal. Sabine Spitz isn't that far.
No, but remember only one long uphill after this. Difficult, I'll say.
Yeah, it will be difficult. We saw that Sabine Spitz last time on the third uphill, she managed to take some seconds on Vljoska. Yolanda Neff is closing in now. We have the motorbike passing through the Moose Lake, so soon we will see Yolanda Neff for the last time around the Moose Lake. Or Älgagölen as we call it in Swedish.
That's right, and that's the beer tent right there. A small Norwegian flag has been waving all day here for Gunrita and the other Norwegians.
A little bit of wind here today, but not anything that will... There was splits again. We didn't get the time splits. We didn't know how far away we had the Maya on the top of that climb.
Maybe she has a special lane there across the time check.
She's taking a little bit more easy this time. I have a time check here on Sabine Spitz. So let's see how far off we have Maja Vlyorska. Just in 10 or 20 seconds she should be going down that technical stone section. Once again we're missing Sabine Spitz in the split times. Should be interesting to see Maja going down here the technical section. There she is. It's about 30 seconds, so
not enough.
Not enough. She hasn't taken enough time on Sabine Spitz, I guess. Anyhow, you can't be for sure, but it's 30 seconds. It's a lot to take, and all our riders are really tired. Here's Yolanda Neff going down the fall of Fia for the last time this day, and are going to take home the European Championship gold medal.
What an impressive ride. She didn't seem to slow down at any lap.
No, she went hard from the start, got a couple of meters already in the first downhill, was accompanied by Annika Langvad for a couple of laps, but in the third lap she put the hammer down, and that was it. And here's Alexandra Engen. She's taking positions all the time. Maybe we can have her not almost top 10. She's now trying to overtake Irina Popova, still looking really fresh. Great riding here by Alexandra Engen. So just in a while we will take Yolanda Neff home on the finish straight. It would be great to see her if she does a wheelie just like the under 23 guys. Here we have Yolanda Neff, and now she's taking some time to slow down just a little bit.
Super happy, of course.
Super happy, of course. Amazing ride by what a ride by Yolanda Neff. What can the competitors do? She is incredibly good.
She is untouchable right now. This is the gold medal for the elite women in the 2016 European Championships in Huskvarna, Sweden. Yeah, I think she had more laps in her.
Yeah, she don't want to get off the bike. She has to continue riding. Maybe she will take the Kinga Mountain off the Klevaliden too.
Yeah.
Big hug there from one of the team managers.
And the Swiss team with another medal.
Yes, incredible team, the Swiss, just as the French team. Yolanda Neff did this really good today. Just too strong to the others.
Yes, and there's Ekaterina
Arushina going for top 10 position today. Great ride by Ekaterina. In a couple of minutes, 3 minutes or so, we have Annika Langvand passing the finish line. We have Julie Bressy and Gurita Dale, and soon we will see Alexandra Engen, I guess. She was not that far behind before.
No, we'll see her soon. See if she keeps her spot there.
Yeah, here's Anne Terpstra, Ghost Racing Team, silver medalist at the cross-country elimination race.
That's right, a strong eliminator. She had a great couple of heats there.
That's right. Waiting now for Annika Langvad. She should have passed the Moose Lake. And here we have Alexandra still fighting with Irina Popova. Seems like she overtaked her before, but Popova found some extra powers.
Yes, and they still have one long climb to do.
One long climb to do, and Alexandra looked strong in the last climb, so we'll see who will take that fight. I think it's about 12th place. That's good racing. That's great racing by Alexandra. It's a good competition here today.
Yes, and of course a good sign of her form right now, and just goes to show that she's on her way back to the top.
That's right. Here's Annika Langvad. Last time down for Lafayette, she's done this absolutely incredible good race by Annika. Nothing to do with Yolanda, but she has she has a big gap down to the rest of the ladies in this field. Good Danish ride today. We had Simon Andreasen in 5th place in the men under 23 earlier, and now we have Annika doing this. So I guess the Danish team will be very happy with this day.
Yes, and Annika won the Cairns race earlier this season.
Yes, and in a couple of weeks they're going to Alpstadt, another course with a lot of climbing, so it's probably a good chance for Annika to keep her World Cup jersey a couple of races more.
Yes, we might see another show off there between the riders here.
Yes, I guess so. Yolanda didn't ride the World Cup in Cairns, but I guess she will be back for next round. So now we welcome Annika Langvad on the finish straight, taking her time to share with the audience, with the crowds.
That's a smile of relief there from a great effort as he makes her way across the line for the first Danish medal this European Championships in Huskvarna.
It's great riding by Annika. She seems really happy, of course, with the silver medal. She even gave Yolanda Neff a fair fight for a couple of laps before Yolanda Neff put the hammer down.
Good job, Annika.
Really good job, Annika. Congratulations, Denmark. So now we're waiting for Sabine Spitz. She had over 30 seconds to Majoljoska last time we saw them, and my guess is that we still have Sabine in the front. Sabine went down pretty hard in that technical section downhill, the Ostrich Hill, but seemed to manage that good. Didn't be too upstressed.
No, she's been down before, and she does not let go like that.
No, Sabine Spitz, 44 years young. She could be the mother of Yolanda Neff.
Yes, super impressive career, and super impressive today to fight her way into third.
Yes, Sabine Spitz with one Olympic gold medal and one World Cup overall World Cup victory, and some championships medals both from European Championships and World Championships. Soon going to be on the finish straight here. There we have her. No, that was another bike. Soon we have Sabine Spitz on the finish straight. And we can't see Maja yet, so she has lost a couple of seconds, but we'll see if Vljoska can keep Belomena to keep the 4th place. There we have Maja.
Up the highway the very last time.
And
for
at the
her.
same time we see Sabine Spitz going down in under the tunnel and out on the finish straight. Impressive riding also by Sabine Spitz. She's been here a couple of days trying out the track, using all her experience to find the right lanes and how to use your energy throughout this race.
Yes, congratulations to her there for third in the elite women cross-country Olympic in the European Championships here in Huskvarna, Sweden.
Yes, great riding. 6 minutes up to Yolanda Neff though, but that says more about Yolanda's performance and how hard she is to beat right now. Great riding by Sabine.
Yes, that water right there probably feels pretty nice.
Yes, and here we have Maja Vljoska. Tried to caught Sabine but didn't manage to do it. Great race although by Maja.
Yes, a good performance by her, and she's probably happy with the 4th place once she has recovered a bit.
Yeah, she probably is heading out for the World Champs in a couple of months and then the Olympics in Rio, of course. And here we have Jana Belomina. Started out really strong, tried to follow Jolanda Neff and Annika Langwan in the first hill, but it was a little bit too high pace. But she did manage to keep it together and ended at 5th place.
Yes, she did, and we are waiting for, of course, a few more riders here. We have a couple of DNFs, including Pauline Ferrand-Perrault.
Yeah, we only saw Pauline in the first lap, and then she was out.
Yes, we will have to Google more about that later, or read about it on euromtb.com to see if there was any issues.
Yeah, or ask our excellent media section of this race with Kalle Andersson and Tobias Dahlberg and Henrik Severed, who has focus on the website and the results.
Definitely a good team there, putting in a championship performance.
Number 15, great ride by this Swiss rider, Corinna Gantbein. 6th place for her, still have some power on the finish straight. Looked a little bit tired in the middle of the race, but time managed to recover and take some positions the last 3 laps. Oh, really tired. Now we have Tanja Seikel. Slow starter, but took positions all the time. Ended up in 6th place. She had some problem in the last uphill, so she couldn't catch Corinna there. We hear the crowd cheering for Alexander Engen. She is somewhere around the stadium.
Yeah, we can see her going up the highway now.
Yeah, but first we will take Yekaterina Anushina. Great ride by Yekaterina, taking 8th place for Russia. Then we have Julie Bressy, and then we have Gunita Dala. Gunita managed to recover well and keep her 10th position. Julie Bressy. Here we have 2 former Olympic champions, Julie Bressy and Gunita Dala. 9 minutes up to Yolanda.
9 minutes. Yeah.
This course, it makes difference. Anne Terpstra on the finish straight, and then we have Alexandra Engen. Great ride by Anne Terpstra. And awesome ride by Alexandra Engen, cheered by the audience, probably very happy with this one on her way back to the top ranking. Yeah, great ride. Alexandra Engen from Bankerid, just a couple of miles from here.
Yeah, I think she's really happy with her performance here. A real test to see what it feels like to go full out in a championship of this size against competitors of this pedigree.
Yes, and in extreme tough conditions and very long race times. 1 minute and 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's long for these riders. This has been an incredible tough race, and you can see it on the time gaps. We will take a little break now, me and Marcus. We have a couple of riders left on the course, of course, but we will take a break and we will be back for the award ceremony in a couple of minutes. Then at 3 p.m. we're going to see who is the fastest man in Europe.
Yes, be right back with us for the award ceremony and later for the elite men's category.
Yes. Thank you very much for now.